I've never worked so hard for so little money in my entire life. I literally dropped my salary by half.
Now, with that shift that you made from that solopreneur working for yourself to actually building a business that's quite successful and helping a lot of other businesses, that journey can be quite a challenge, especially when you've been doing the solopreneur thing for a very long time. So I'd love to hear about that journey. What was that like? What needed to happen differently to really go from one to the other? What was that big change for you?
It's definitely a journey. Whereas for the first couple of years, and as a consultant, so there's a couple of points. There's how do I deal with clients in the same way that I would as an IT manager. I was working inside businesses, and so I was working with the people we were supporting, and you see a lot of things that are going on, and you can kind of do a lot of proactive support when you're there every day. So number one difficulty is how do you take that personalized support and care and build that into a business where you have other people providing the same level of care for customers. That's number one. Number two, as a consultant, I could work my own hours, which was great, but I could never take a holiday. So I thought, this will be really great because I can build this business and then I'll be able to take a holiday and customers will still be looked after by my team members when I'm away. And that seemed like a great idea at the time, but it was a good 3 or 4 years before I got to that point. And in the meantime, I would say I've never worked so hard for so little money in my entire life. I literally dropped my salary by half. And to be honest, for the first little while, felt kind of ripped off that as our business was earning the same amount of money as I could earn on my own, but I was just sharing it with everybody else. And also, I didn't understand that people didn't have the same passion for the business as I did. It took me ages to realize that most people who are employed are there to support their family, and they just want to go to work and go home and get their salary. And it's a very different outlook to when you're a business owner. You live and breathe every minute of it, and understanding the difference between that's what I have to do to have passion to build this business. It's not what a staff member has to do. It's not their passion. They're not going to get anything different out of it in 5 years' time. Well, hopefully they are. But learning how to adjust my expectations around what I was building and looking more long-term as opposed to, what am I getting out of this on a day-to-day basis, which is definitely less than when you're just on your own and responsible. So I think they were my biggest learnings. And really then having to do all the stuff that you hate. When you're hands-on tech, it's like I don't get to do tech anymore. My job now is looking after finances, looking at our P&L every day, making sure that we've got cash flow and we've got clients coming in. And my whole role is different now. I'm looking after staff and payroll and, worrying about people who are out well and how, it's an entirely different job now.
Look, I can relate. I had that similar shift with that you're talking about where I grew the business, got the team, got it to a point where I probably tripled the revenue, yet my profit was half and my take home was less. And you're kind of like, this isn't the way it's supposed to go. I'm supposed to have more money and more time, and I've got less money and less time. And it's all in service of, well, when we make that next growth, then we'll get there. And it is disheartening and it does take a long time. And I know when I did it, I had a few points where I kind of scaled back out of thinking, no, I've made the wrong choice. I've got to go back. And then did it again, then scale back. And I've finally kind of broken through to that next level, which was really sort of rewarding to finally get there.
Yes. Yeah. It's just, and that's the thing, you've just got to push through. There's no way around it. You just have to go through.